Good Sunday morning and happy Easter to everybody. I hope everyone's having a lovely day. As you can see, it's fairly early in the morning for me. Unkempt, uncouth, looking like a bum on the street. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Here's what's up. I wanted to address something here real quick on Easter Sunday. Actually, I wanted to address two things real quick on Easter Sunday. First and foremost, I would like everyone to note that there are no specific calls of condemnation whatsoever from anybody about hundreds of people, again, halfway around the world, being blown up. There are no calls for Islamists to turn in their bombs. There is no discussion about the political affiliation of these Islamists. There's no concern that the local government had been informed over a week prior to these attacks and did nothing to stop them. There's no nothing. Okay? This is why I don't care when mosques get gunned down. I don't care. It's... A lot of people, a lot of fence riders, moderates, whatever phrase you want to attribute to them, were so hell-bent on telling us we're stooping to their level by not being concerned about this or by being indifferent towards this or No. They just killed 4 times as many people at both churches and hotels. This number pales in comparison to the numbers that have been killed in Africa, both the month prior to the mosque shootings and the time since the mosque shootings. If it is so obvious that we don't have to be concerned about the actions of Islamists and Muslims, then I would ask, why is it at all of concern when karma comes back on them? I don't care, and frankly, nobody else should either. The only time we should start caring is when someone finally decides we're going to organize and we're going to do these things and we're going to wipe everybody out. It's just asinine. It's stupid. It is senseless and dangerous to continue turning a blind eye towards what Islam is, and then to try to defend Islam when they get a taste of their own medicine. That's all I have to say on that topic. Moving on to something here real quick. And I know that I don't have my normal energy and my normal pep step and so on and so forth. I haven't been sleeping terribly well lately. I don't even know. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not recording this 100% ready to go balls to the wall because I have no idea if I'm even going to be able to post this video or if YouTube is continuing to shadow ban me. So we're going to find out. Let's hope that there is something to it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, moving forward. Mueller's full report. I have not read the whole thing. It's like 460 pages or something like that. It's long. What I have done is gone through on about a half dozen of the media's claims. President Trump says, I'm effed. They're going to bring me down with this, which, by the way, he doesn't actually say. That's not the words he uses. That's the words that they want you to believe he used. That isn't the word he used. He doesn't say they're going to bring me down. He says they're going to slow down everything is what he actually says, something to that extent. That's a paraphrase. But those are at least actually close to his words, his meaning. And a couple of other ones that I've looked through here and gone through and done a couple different things on. The rebuttals for this, you guys, don't need to be go read the report. Go read the full report. Because here's the thing. Unless you've read the full report, please don't use that as a rebuttal to this. Oh, you need to go read the whole report. Guys, slow down. Very, very few people have read the full report at this point. Unless you're paid to do it. If you're paid to read the whole report, then okay, maybe you have. But very few other people have. I mean, this is a book. It's big. So, I don't think the best rebuttal for this is, go read the full report. I think the best rebuttal for this is, have you even read the entire paragraph that quote comes from? Have you even read the entire page that quote comes from? Narrow it down to the specific area right around it. Because there is not one instance of any of this, of any of these negative headlines and this, really it's propaganda. There's no better, you cannot, if you needed a more clear-cut example of propaganda to prove that there is propaganda, that the U.S. media is nothing but propaganda, I don't know that you're going to find it. And that says a lot. But most of these headlines are the purest form of propaganda that you could possibly ask for. It's just how it is. And I think the way to combat that propaganda is very simply, have you seen the whole paragraph? Not the introduction to the sentence and then the quote and then the end of the sentence. Have you seen the whole paragraph? Have you read that page? You know that there are resources online where you can go highlight specifically the pages where these quotes are coming from, and you can review the whole thing. Top to bottom, front to back, you can do the whole thing all over again. The answer, no matter what their answer is, of course I have. No. Well, I don't have time to do that, but they wouldn't lie. It doesn't matter what their answer is going to be out of that. You can literally, and I'm telling you this beyond a shadow of a doubt, because here's the deal. I have to make sure that I've done my homework on this to ensure that you guys don't start going out and telling, the wrong information, because that's what people do. I heard it from him. I trust him. I don't need to fact check it. I wish you wouldn't do that, but I know some of you do because I've tested it before back on Camvabo. Trust me. Point being, as we go through this, and you have these conversations about, have you read that paragraph? Have you read that page? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. No, you haven't, or then you would know, or because here's what's actually on that page. The whole thing is out of context. And all of those things are talking about almost, I would argue 80% of the propaganda headlines that I've seen are all about they're all taken from a section of the report where he's talking about, he did. He said, and plug your little one's ears. Okay, make sure I'm not coming through the speakers at work. You know what? Just in case I am coming through the speakers at work, I won't actually cuss. I'm effed. He said that. There's no denying he said that. Not in the context of they're going to find out that I colluded with Russia. That has nothing to do with why he said I'm effed. What he said that for was because at the end of the day, the whole section, it's actually about 2.5 pages if you really want all the context in there. The whole context of that section is when they appoint these special investigations, you can't get anything done. It kills your presidency. You can't get traction. Republicans will be too spineless to back me because there's a special investigation going on. This kills presidencies. I won't be able to get anything done. I'm effed. He isn't talking about they're going to bring me down with this. He's not talking about being brought down. He's talking about being slowed down. I can't accomplish what I set out to do for the American people. That's what he's talking about. And that's, honestly, like I said, 80% of the negative media coming from this is that 2.5-page section. I have read that. And you can say, I'm telling you right now, take it to the bank. You need to read 2 pages behind where that quote comes from and about a half a page past that quote. From start to finish, bedside reading, it takes 20 minutes. Do it. And they'll look at you and they'll hate you and they'll never go do it, but you will have an informed, intelligent response to what's actually happening. Okay? I know that this is beyond frustrating. It irritates me to no end. But the fact of the matter is, if we keep on going in with these unintelligent arguments of, well, you just need to read the whole report. Well, have you read the whole report? Well, I have a job because I'm employed, so MAGA. Stop. Just stop. Please, I'm begging you. You're only hurting the intelligent arguments that can be made with the information that is in the Mueller report. Just stop. Knock it off. I'm going to wrap up with this. I'm not going to do a long video about it. We can get in more detail in it. We can get more detailed about it this week if this video will actually post. Okay. Last time, just so you all know, I know I referenced shadow banning and all that kind of stuff. Here's what's going on, guys. For those of you who are actually going to read that, this is the 12-minute mark. Well, we'll say 11:45. 11:45. I got to remember that because I don't have my pen. There it is. Well, now it really is the 12-minute mark. So, 12-minute mark. Here's what's up. I have been effectively shadow banned by YouTube. They're not removing my content. They haven't blocked my channel. Here's the deal. For those of you who are semi-internet literate, my upload speed now is way better than it was when I started this. Okay, my upload speed was between 4 to 7 megabits a second when I started this, which isn't horrible upload speed, but it's not great. My upload speed now is about 25 megabits a second, roughly 5 times faster than it was. Okay. And what's more is I hold that speed consistently. It used to take me, if I did a 30-minute video, it was going to take me an hour and 20 minutes to upload it. Okay. Now, to give you an idea of how much power that is, if I do a 30-minute video, it's going to take me about 23 minutes to upload it. Huge night and day difference. It's done uploading by the time I play it back to make sure that what I said was correct. So, that has changed things on how I have to do things on my perspective as well. Point being in all of this, when I try to upload, if I upload a video to Facebook, one, there's a size limit, which is why I can't upload my full videos to Facebook. If I could, I would just do that and toss YouTube into the breeze. Can't do it. My videos are too large. 2, my videos on YouTube now, a 30-minute video takes upwards of 5 hours to upload. That's how they keep you from getting things uploaded. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, so it takes 5 hours, upload it anyways. Here's the problem with that. When they're intentionally slowing down your upload, you get corrupted data. You get something called packet loss. Your data is not sent individual byte by individual byte or bit by individual bit. It's sent in packets, clumps, conglomerates of bits. Whoop! It comes from here, gets packed up, goes there, gets unpacked, and restructured correctly. Okay? When they slow down your speed intentionally, you lose those packets, and then your data gets corrupted because it can't piece together what's going on and you can't upload. So that's part of what's been going on right now. The other part of what's been going on is I went on an endeavor with a group that I'm not going to name. I'm not throwing people under the bus or anything. They wanted me to change my formatting. They wanted me to change the structure behind how I record the videos. They wanted me to add new software in so that I could do different things, which I am going to do. I have my own software that I can now do that with. And I like it. It's intuitive and it works well. I have no problem doing that. The problem is the ones that they wanted me to use didn't work. The more I tried to use them, the more difficult it became, so on and so forth. They wanted me to rep products for their affiliates and all this kind of stuff. And then when I finally got to the point where I was like, guys, you're asking me to put like $150 that I don't have into merchandise and accessories and things on the walls in the background and, all this kind of stuff. What's my cut? What am I getting out of this? Nothing. What you're getting out of this is your name spread around. If I was that worried about getting my name spread around quickly, I would invest $150 into advertising the page on both Facebook and YouTube. And I would probably get a much more efficient reach out of that than I would by anything this other group was going to do for me. So after thinking about it for quite a while, I had to finally say, you know what, guys, this isn't going to work. Sorry, appreciate you, but it's not going to work. Also, as it turns out, the other passion of my life has a niche in this digital entertainment industry as well. Of course, for many of you who've been following me for a long time, that's gaming. I love video games. Video games for my generation is oftentimes what poker night was for the generation before me. Not poker, card night. Fine, whatever. He said, we don't gamble in this house. You know what I mean. Card night. That's what video games are for us. They're not necessarily the video games that my targeted audience remembers. We're not sitting in a basement by ourselves with a 4-digit with a 6-button controller, or a Atari analog stick. Yes, I still have an Atari. It's right up there in that closet. Anyways, it's not that. Gaming is very, very social now. And as it turns out, you can do digital broadcasts and all this kind of stuff, shows about the industry, things like that, and you can gain your own following. Fact of the matter is, right now, monetization, getting paid for the work is my effort. And I'm growing right now, analytically, I'm growing at almost 10 times the speed over there in a much shorter amount of time than I have here doing the political stuff. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing the political stuff. Everybody calm down. I still thoroughly enjoy the political stuff. It's my cathartic release for this frustration that is the current United States. But I'm also going to be putting a lot of effort into that because, quite frankly, I'm growing, and what's very, very fascinating about all this for me is that we can actually have, in the gaming industry, you can have civilized conversations with people. It's remarkable. Everybody always says don't talk about politics, religion, and pay. Something like, I don't know, whatever the third one is. Politics and religion are the two that I care about. Don't talk about those things because you're going to start a fight. In today's society, it doesn't matter what you talk about, you're going to start a fight. But for whatever reason, there are two areas where we can still have civilized discussion in this country: sports and video games. I don't know. It's amazing. But I enjoy being able to go out and have a conversation with people about something that I'm passionate about and so on and so forth. So I am spending time over there as well. I just wanted everybody to know what's going on. Now, third and final point on the wrap-ups here. We have a situation going on this whole digital media front. I have two schools of thought on my show. Awesome, don't change a thing, love it. Oh my God, how can you only talk about 2 points for 45 minutes? I see both arguments. I am going to try to facilitate both arguments from here on out. We're going to have a midweek show, which is going to be a hot point show, okay? The hot point shows are going to be more like what you saw in the first 10 minutes here today. Boom, 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 moving on. Then we're going to have a dialogue show, which is what you guys are accustomed to seeing on my channel. Those are going to happen on the weekends. So, that being said, you're going to see some formatting changes here on the show. You're going to start seeing what will be advertised as hotspot episodes, so on and so forth. And then you're going to start seeing CMN episode, so on and so forth. CMN episodes are going to be a continuation of the current episodes that we're on. The hotspot episodes are going to be what I just described. Civically minded nationalists, for anybody who's new to the channel. That's what CMN is. So, that's what's going on. I hope everything is finding you guys very, very well. For the faithful regulars, let me write this one down as well. I already lost my pen. Good Lord, I need more caffeine. 21. 30. For those, refocus please, there it goes. For those following here, Rick is doing very well. And Don has kept me in the loop quite well about everything that's been going on. Oh, sorry, my muff didn't really stop that. That was a little bit harsh. Sorry about that. I don't have my windscreen. My other windscreen was very cheap, and the stem won't hold its position, so I'm going to have to, going to have to modify it with my metal work. Anyways, Don has been keeping me in the loop very, very well. Rick's doing well. He had a couple of little hiccups, but he's doing so much better. Looking to be out of ICU this week. Maybe even early this week, okay? He's doing well. I know that they're looking to try to get him home soon. Actually, see, this is what happens when you don't have enough caffeine before you do a video. They might actually be trying to get... I'll clarify that with Dawn and Rick, because Rick is posting on social media now. He's feeling up to that. I'll clarify that with them. He might be out of the ICU already and going home this week. I know there was a mention of we're talking about getting him home. I don't remember what the time frame was for getting him home so he could recover. Regardless, I'm going to double check that, and we're going to find out what's going on. So thank you guys for your thoughts, prayers, and well wishes for Rick and Dawn. They're doing quite well. I will keep you guys in the loop on that as well as soon as we know more about what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'd love to talk more about this stuff, but honestly, right now, unless I know that Facebook, that YouTube is done shadow banning me, there's no point in me continuing. So this is what we're going to do for now. Be safe, be smart, don't be dumb, don't do dumb stuff. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a long time, but continue to stand by.